Good evening to all. I will start the session. So, in the today's session, we are going to do one simple project, okay, related to Python. Here, this project is done in multiple ways, but right now I am using the most complicated way. Why? Because if you are using the complicated way, then it is very easy to solve in the remaining ways. Okay, what is my project? The most simple and regularly used one. So, ATM application. ATM application. So that project we are doing in this session. What are the requirements? One second. One second. Yes. Now, what are the requirements for the project? Here, what you are doing? So simply, we are performing two operations. Hope you understand. I think my voice is also visible. Okay. We are performing two operations. One is withdraw operation, second one is deposit operation. So anyway, first I will explain. Based on our explanation only, whatever we discussed, we do the project according to that. Okay. So some ATM application. In this, we are doing some two operations. ATM application. So we know deposit is also possible, withdraw is also possible. So these are the two operations that we are going to perform. Fine. Generally, what is the procedure? Whenever we are going to some ATM, first we enter the normal procedure. Mission to mission may be vary. For example, I am following one procedure. So the first procedure is we inserted the card. That is not possible in our project. Assume we insert the card and we entered PIN number. Yes or no? We entered PIN number. This is my first one. Yes or no? If I entered the PIN number, generally the PIN is 4-digit pins are available, 6-digit pins are available. 4-digit pins are available, 6-digit pins are available. You can take anything. You can take anything. For example, I am using some 4-digit pin. Assume my PIN is a 4-digit pin. My pin is a 4-digit pin. Okay, now I entered the 4-digit pin. For example, if you entered 5-digit pin, immediately it gives an error. That means in your project you need to check the cases also. So if it is a 4-digit pin, then it is okay. Other than 4-digit, either 3-digit or 5 digits, anything, it gives an error. Now, generally in ATM, what they are doing, for example, if you entered 5-digit number, invalid, please enter. Second time, please enter. Third time, please enter. So, how many number of chances it gives? For example, that is depending on your requirement. I assume. So, there are three chances. Three times I got the wrong pin. Here, two conditions. Digits. Suppose if I entered 4 digits perfectly fine, each and every ATM has some pin. Yes or no? At the time of initialization, that is the first time creation, you set one pin. This debit card number, that is account number. For this debit card account number, this is the pin. That information is stored in the database. Yes or no? So here one database is available. This database consists of generally account number, debit card number, and etc. Your name, so remaining profile informations, and what is the amount that is available in your debit card, and the PIN number also. Whatever the PIN number you set at the time of first time creation, that is also set here. If you entered PIN, this entered PIN for this debit card is extracted from the database. Your entered PIN and this PIN both are same, you are proceed. Suppose if the pins are different, again they give a chance. So for this combination, I assumed I can give a maximum of some three chances. Now in this example, Here I am not using any database. Yes or no? So the procedure is common. If you use the database, simply we are writing some query. Select pin from table. Suppose the table name is some ABC. Select pin from table ABC where debit card number is equal to some 1234. Simply by writing that single line query in your program, what it retrieves? It retrieves the corresponding pin, the pin for the corresponding debit card. That pin is compared with my entered pin. Yes or no? But in this example, I am not using any database. That is the reason I assume some fixed pins. For example, 111, 222, 333. Assume. If I entered any one pin among this, then it is valid. Other than this one, that is invalid. But this is not the scenario. We are extracting that one is compared. Instead of extraction, I am blindly assume these are the three possible pins. So my first step is completed. What is my first step? Enter the pin number, checking the pin number. If the pin number is valid, then you can do. We have multiple options in your ATM, mini statements, etc., etc. Right now we are not doing anything. Then we are doing either deposit or withdraw. Select any option. For example, internally what happened? If I select withdraw operation, initially, initially assume at the time of account creation or anyway, my account consists of some 2000 rupees. My account consists of some 2000 rupees. Suppose if I entered withdraw operation, what is the next message? If you select withdraw, next please enter the amount. Yes or no? If I enter the amount to some 5000 rupees, immediately displays one message: insufficient funds. Yes or no? Insufficient funds. For example, then withdraw is not possible. Withdraw is not possible. For example, if you entered 1000 rupees, my amount is 2000. If you enter 1000, then no problem. We can withdraw 1000 rupees, and I am printing this is the remaining balance. Remaining 2000 minus 1000 is available in your account. Now, for deposit, you no need to check this balance. Whatever the amount you are deposit, that is added. That is added. Clear? So these are the withdraw and deposit operation. These are withdraw and deposit operations. Okay. Here, one second. One second. Here, observe the thing. Most important thing. What you are doing, you are writing this project. You are writing this ATM project. Fine. In this, right now I am not using any database. Right now I am not using any database. Instead of database, I just to assume some static information. I just to assume some static information. That means, what are my conditions? Assume my pin is a 4-digit number, and you can extract, you can extend according to your requirement. And for example, I given three pins. If you entered any one, you can. This entire thing is written in a single program. This entire thing is written in a single program. How to write the program, that is important. First I will explain one way, but I am not using that procedure. Why also I will explain. Sir, you explain the procedure, but you are not using that procedure. Why? I will explain that procedure first. First, what is the concept? Pin number. Read the pin number from the user. Now, count the number of digits. Count the number of digits of the pin number. For example, if the number of digits is equal to 4, number of digits is equal to 4, then compare the pin. Suppose if the your entered pin, whatever you entered, that we are comparing with, for example, equal to 4 ones or equal to 4 twos. If those are equal, then you are allowed here directly. Initially I assume I have an amount is equal to 2000. Next statement is please enter an amount for withdrawal. For example, AMT, this is my entered amount. If AMT is greater than amount, not possible to withdraw. Suppose my entered amount is greater than existing, not possible to withdraw. Else, amount is equal to amount minus AMT. That is whatever this is the existed one. What existed for that we subtract this one. Okay, withdraw. Next to deposit. Next to deposit. Amount is equal to, please enter the amount for deposit. Amount is equal to existing amount plus adding. The program is completed. Program is completed. Very simple program, but not preferable. Why? You already know the concept of object oriented programming. That means you know the concept of classes. Here I written the same program by using the concept of class. Why use the concept of class? Once we create a class, any number of objects can use. Any number of objects in a sense, any number of times you can call withdraw operation, any number of times you can call deposit operation. Even one time you create, you can call many number of times. Everything is written inside a class. Inside a class, by providing, if you are using the concept of class, advantage is exception handling. Suppose right now even though you are not using exception handling, security. Now how do I write the same program? By using classes. File, new file, write down step by step. What is here again I will discuss. I am using the concept of class. Even you are not interested to write the classes without using class, you can write the simple program. Now first I will take one class. For example, assume the class name is some ATM. You can take any class name. Within the class, what you are doing, what is the first step? The first step is you need to enter some pin number. So already I given one thing. How many number of times you can enter? First you can draw, second possibility, third possibility. So repetition is there. That is the reason I written a loop while. So in Python, the bracket is also not required. While true. What is the meaning of while followed by true? This is infinite loop. Infinite loop. When we are coming out of the loop, whenever your possible cases are less than or equal to 3, okay. If it is greater than 3, we are coming out of the loop. Or else if you perform either withdraw or deposit operation, we are coming out of the loop. So that is the reason I used infinite loop. First statement I already explained. Whenever you go to ATM, what is the first statement? Enter the pin number. Int of input, enter pin number. Okay, I entered pin number. After entering the pin number, what I said? Check whether it is a 4-digit pin or not. How do you check? Simply whatever the pin you entered, count the number of digits, that is equal to 4. That is one option. Or else simple logic, if pin greater than or equal to 1000 and pin less than or equal to 99, automatically it is the comparison for 4 digits. Yes or no? Or else you can, pin is the variable, so count the number of digits. How do you count? Simple procedure. How do you count? For example, some count is equal to length of but length is applied for strings to list to tuple, but pin pin is an integer. So what I am doing, length of str of pin. Observe what I am doing. Pin is integer, str of pin means that is converted into a string. Then I am finding the length of a string. If c is equal to 4, right? C is equal to 4, we are doing or else we are doing this operation also. Even though greater than 1000, less than or equal to 49 in the sense, that is the valid. Okay, assume if it is a valid pin, not valid if it is a 4 digit. Next, what is the step? You need to check if your entered pin like this. If pin is equal to 4 ones, or is equal to 4 twos, or pin is equal to some 4 threes. I assume like this. That means I assume some fixed pins. If you entered is any one of these, then only I proceed the operation. Okay, here you can write, but what I am doing, I will not write here. Here I will not do. Generally, for every operation is written as a separate function. Function in the sense you need to use a separate class. Why? Reusability. That is, if you written here, only it is possible to use here. Suppose if you written inside a method, anyone can call, anyone can use any number of times. That is the reason here already I written the statement, this one, but I will not write this statement here. The same statement is written somewhere else. Class, suppose check pin off. Here I am using one function, check, sorry, that is the class check pin. That is the class. Within the class we are doing this comparison operation, but any operation is performed within the class directly not possible. By using some function only, def, you can use some verify. Method names are very easy. You can use verify self comma some pin. Now see, if you entered pin is any one of these, then you return true. Else you return false. Okay. Here with this class, what this class do? This class just to compare my pin. This class just to compare my pin, but there is no use of that one. Whenever we are creating an object, suppose cpn is equal to check pin of, we are creating an object for the class check pin. We are creating an object for the class check pin. Okay, once you create the class, after that cpn dot verify of pin. Now observe my concept here. Even though program size increases, but what is the advantage? Suppose this verify method is required somewhere, no need to write once again. If you already written, anyone can call. Now you got my intention. Whatever you required, whatever the operation that you want to perform, you can write separately. So cpn dot, so cpn is an object for the class check pin verify of pin. Here whatever the pin that is passed to here, perform the operation, it returns some value. So I used some variable for storing. Now what case stores? Case stores either true or false. Suppose k value false means your pin is wrong. K value false means your pin is wrong. If k. That means if k means k value is equal to true. If k is equal to true means step 1 is completed. I think everyone clear up to now. Step 1 is completed. Again, I will repeat. Instead of writing this class and these two directly, I written the single statement here. I written the single statement here. If the condition is true, within the if we are doing the operation. By intention is the reusability. If k colon if k is true, my step 1 is completed, that is true. Next, what is the step? Two options are available: withdraw, deposit. Now here I used some statement: print. Mm, sorry. Suppose enter your choice, print one, withdraw operation, two, deposit operation. So observe here I written within double quotation. That means they just to print the message. First to enter your choice and then just to print the messages. Now enter the choice. CH is equal to int of input of. Now what happened? User select choice. CH is equal to either 1 or 2. Suppose if you entered 1, you are selecting withdraw operation. If you enter 2, you are selecting deposit operation. Whatever you want, you can do. Now, if CH is equal to 1, we are doing one operation. We are doing one operation. L, if CH is equal to 2, we are doing one operation. Think you got my point? Now, suppose TH is equal to 1. Here, withdraw. Remember, because of this statement, withdraw is not performed. Just for my understanding only, I written inside the print statement. So, CH is equal to 1, withdraw. What is the first step? Once you select in your ATM, just you touch the withdraw option, immediately it asks one question: please enter an amount to withdraw, yes or no. For example, amount is equal to int of input of, enter an amount for withdraw, enter an amount for withdrawal. Okay, I enter the amount. Now immediately what is the question? For example, I entered some 99 rupees, I entered some 125 rupees. Is it possible? If you want, you can check the condition. What is the condition? The amount is greater than 0. Assume multiples of 100. So like this, if amount is greater than 0 and multiples of 100 means, how do you check multiples? Is equal to 0. I think you got it. If you divide with 100, remainder is 0. 100, 200, 300, 4, 5. Any divide with 0. If amount is greater than 0, amount is greater than 0, amount mod percentage 100 is equal to 0 means you entered a valid amount. You entered a valid amount. Then what is the operation? Hmm. Then what is the operation? Here we are doing withdraw operation. Yes or no? Directly you can write the withdraw operation. That is not a problem. Here by taking one variable, suppose amount is equal to 2000. Here directly by checking one condition, you can withdraw. But I already said, instead of writing in a single one, I am using multiple classes. Yes or no? I am using multiple classes. Write down one class. The class name is withdraw. The class name is withdraw. Within the withdraw, suppose take one method def some process. self comma no amount. That means here this is happened internally. Here what happened? Internally observe, one object is created for the class withdraw. Yes or no? Object is created withdraw. Okay. By using that object, I am calling the method. Same previous check pin number. So wd dot process of, I am passing the amount, whatever the amount you passed. Now here it checks this amount. It checks the amount. Now the most important thing is understand carefully. This plays a very crucial role. Very crucial role. What is that role? What is the initial amount in your account? For example, if I declare the initial amount in withdraw, okay, that is available in withdraw only. If you go with the deposit, that is not available. That is the reason. Again, I will repeat. Suppose initially I have some amount is there, where we are declaring that one. For example, if you are declaring that initial amount in ATM, so each and every withdraw you need to pass that. This one in the deposit also you need to pass this amount in the your account. Or else if I declare the original amount in withdraw, that variable is available only in withdraw class. It is not possible to use in deposit. That is the reason. What I am doing, I will take some separate class. I will take some separate class. Assume the class name is some balance. You got my point? Even though you are not written, not a problem. You can create the variable some amount is equal to 2000 in ATM. But every withdraw operation you need to call pass. Every deposit operation you need to pass. But my intention is not a single program. You need, I am using multiple classes. I am increasing the complexity. But even though the complexity increases, the most reusable. Now I am using one constructor init double underscore self self dot some bal is equal to, you can take anything, some 2000. Now you understand my point. So one class balance is there whenever you are creating an eh, sorry, one class balance is there whenever we are creating an object. The constructor is executed automatically. Here I used the variable BAL. So BAL is the original balance in my account. Originally, I have 2000 rupees. Now I used one more. This is a constructor. I used one method. For example, you can use the name get balance of. Whenever anyone if call the get balance, it return the remaining amount. It return the remaining balance. Return self dot bal. Now observe this one. What are the uses of this one? If I create separately, wherever we are required, directly create an object and then call. Directly you can create an object and then call. Now in with the process, what is the first step? The first step, you need to compare your entered amount. Yes or no? You need to compare your entered amount with balance. Yes or no? So like this. For example, if amount less than or equal to BAL, my entered amount is less than or equal to BAL, you can do withdraw operation. But amount is fine. BAL is the variable in this class. If you want to use a member of a class, what is the first step? The first thing is you need to create an object like this balance balance, some b is equal, sorry, some b is equal to balance of. You need to create an object balance by using that object only you are calling b dot bal. Yes or no? Understand whatever we discussed in object oriented programming, that I will elaborate here. Whatever, if you want get balance method, again b dot get balance. In deposit again you need to create an object for the balance. Yes or no? And by using that, instead of creating an object in multiple classes, what I am doing, I will again reduce. For example, I will take one class, some transaction. I will take one class transaction. Within this transaction, I am creating the object b is equal to balance of. And I used one method, process. This method is used in withdraw operation. The same method is used in deposit operation. You can do process, self comma amount, pass, abstract method without any definition, without any definition. Now understand my scenario. One balance class is there. Within the class, I declared one variable. That variable is initial my amount. So initially I have 2000 rupees. And one method get balance. Whenever you are checking the balance before withdrawal, generally you are checking the balance how much. By calling this get balance, the balance amount is visible to you. Okay. Any withdraw operation, you need to access balance. How? By creating an object for this. In deposit also, create an object for this. Instead of creating an object and instead of creating a method for processing withdraw processing in deposit, I am creating one class transaction, create an object within the transaction. If any, and one abstract method, just to the method name is process. Pass means it does not consist of anything. Now here I will apply the concept of inheritance. Now I think you understand my intention. Whatever the things you learn, you need to use all the things. So inheritance applied. Now here the method is there. Inheritance is applied. Here this is not required. Yes or no? Here process. So inheritance, the process method is available. I am using this process. That means I am providing the definition for this abstract method. How? Amount to dot, anyway b dot balance, amount anyway b dot balance, but it is for the withdraw object only. So self dot. If if it is in the same object, get up. If it is in the same object, self dot b dot balance. Okay. If the condition is true, I am performing my withdraw operation. For example, print. You can print any message. The amount withdrawn is, for example, amt. That means I want to withdraw some 1000 rupees, like this, just to display one message. Now what is your aim? You need to subtract this amount in the balance. How? Self dot b dot bal is equal to self dot b dot bal minus amount. So self is used for refer the current object. That is, here we are doing with the operation. So b, why you are using b dot? So b is an object. By using object only, we can call from that original balance. I am subtracting my entered amount. Okay. Now everyone have doubts. Sir, why you are using get balance? Now I am using the method print. The remaining balance is, I am calling the method self dot b dot get balance. That is, after withdrawal, it shows the remaining balance amount. It shows the remaining balance amount. Fine. Now, if you want, you can print some message. Print transaction some successful. Okay, everything is fine. Else, what is the else case? My entered amount is greater than available balance. You can print some message, suppose insufficient funds. Clear? This is withdraw operation. In the similar fashion, now check deposit operation class deposit. It also inherit from transaction. Now you understand here, because of inheritance you are creating an object one time in transaction, so directly you can use this balance class information. Why I inherited this one? So internal links, link, and the process method is there. Here directly I am using the process method. How? Sorry, where here, def process of self comma amount, process of self comma amount. Now print one message, print amount withdrawn is, suppose amount deposit is comma amt, that is, this is the amount I want to deposit. Now self dot b dot bal is equal to self dot b dot bal plus amt. In withdraw operation, here no need of checking any if else condition. Directly we are adding the amount. Directly we are adding the amount. So after that, print one message, print balance is self dot b dot get balance. Now I think you understand why I am using that transaction, why I am using this balance. Instead of every time checking, if I return one time, at any time I require, just I am calling this one. Okay, now suppose coming to this one, if amount greater than 0, amount mod 100, I am, if choice is 1, I create an object wd dot process of amount. Now what is the next step? Break. So if withdraw operation is completed, break means we are coming out of this loop. While true, we are coming out of this loop. Suppose L, if choice is equal to 2, then what is the next step? If choice is equal to 2, enter an amount for deposit. Enter an amount for deposit, and in the deposit also the condition is same. Amount is greater than 0, amount mod 100, and for example create an object for deposit, and by using this object call the process method. By using this object call the process method. If deposit is successful, break. Deposit is successful, break, coming out of the loop. Here everything is fine. I think you are clear. Else, here else in the sense invalid amount. If amount greater than 100, everything is fine. Suppose this I forgot to write. Else amount is greater than 0, suppose 129, 159. If you enter such a type of amount, print one message invalid amount. So it is not possible to do the operation. Exactly the same thing is available here also. Yes or no? So if the amount condition is violated, whether successful or unsuccessful, break. Choice is equal to either successful or unsuccessful, that is break. Finally, if your choice is yes, what is yes? I have only two operations. I have only two operations, either withdraw or deposit. Suppose if you enter other than 1 and 2, print some message, print invalid choice. That means this option is not available. For example, if you are doing some other things, you can increase choice 3, choice 4 like this. You can move any number of times. Fine. This one is completed, almost, not at all, almost completed. So if the pin is this one, if k, that is if the pin is verified, pin is successful, then only we are doing the operation, then only we are doing this operation. Else, here, what is this else? Else means the pin is invalid pin. Print is equal to invalid pin. Now, if you want, you can use any number of chances. If you want, you can use any number of chances. Or initially I said I am using only three chances. I am using only three chances. For example, use one variable, count is equal to 0. Now, whenever the pin is invalid, count is equal to count plus, sorry, count is equal to count plus 1. Count is incremented by 1. Fine. Now, this is else. For which one? For which one? This one. This is also invalid. Another case is also there. Yes or no? Here, even though you entered 4-digit number, but the 4 digit is not your pin. That is one case. Another case is also there. Yes, if it is not a 4-digit pin, so print some message invalid pin. Or here you entered invalid pin. For example, incorrect pin. You can use any message incorrect pin. Just for my understanding, which if is executed, which else is executed, for my understanding. So count is equal to count plus 1, whatever the count I am using each and every time. If count is equal to 3, I am printing one message blocked, and then printing one message blocked, and then break coming out of the loop. In any case, we can come. So either withdraw operation or deposit operation, whatever it is, you can come out of the project. Check whether the program is right or wrong. If any mistakes are there, we will resolve. Not a problem. Yes, mistake is there. Yes, simple mistake. Save. Enter pin number. First, I will do correct execution. So, 4-digit number, only three possible cases. For example, first iteration, the first step, I entered the correct 4-digit number, and this is allowed. 4 twos are allowed. Now, name check pin is not defined. Like this only you can do. Like this only you can do check pin. That is observe. Here the error. Check pin. Observe the spelling here. CHECK capital P. I used capital P here. Here small p. Python is case sensitive. Like this, you need to execute step by step. Enter pin number, assume valid. Now enter your choice, withdraw. Immediately I am going to withdraw operation. Enter an amount to withdraw. For example, I entered some 500 rupees. See this one, amount withdrawn is 500, the remaining balance is 1500. Transaction is successful. Transaction is successful. Fine. Now run. Next time we are doing deposit operation. Suppose if you are using database, means each and every withdraw deposit operation your original balance is updated, but here I am not using database. Every time starting from 2000 only. Assume a valid pin. Here I am selecting deposit operation. Enter an amount of deposit 500. See, amount deposited is 500, total 2500. That means your withdraw deposit both methods are done successfully. Now run multiple number of times. Run. Suppose entered a valid pin, entered withdraw operation, for example 159. See this one, invalid amount, yes or no? The same message we read in the deposit. If it is not greater than 0 and not multiples of 100, it is invalid. Now I will check pin numbers. I will check pin numbers. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a 4-digit number. See incorrect pin. Enter the pin number. For example, not a 4-digit number. Incorrect pin. Enter the pin number. Again not a 4-digit number. Incorrect pin. Only 3 times. Only 3 times. Like this. For example, last time you can do according to your requirement. You can change. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though it is a 4-digit number, but wrong. For example, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wrong. For example, 3, 6, 9. Not dot 3. Wrong. Enter pin. So here it has multiple number of times. Why? Why? We will check the program. Where we return C. Here we return the condition here only. Incorrect pin only we return the condition. We return the same condition. Here also, or else here. What happened? After any case we can come out. After any case we can come out, or else you can write here. You have doubt, no problem, I will explain. According to your requirements only you can change the positions. That is not a problem. Enter pin number. Even though 4-digit, wrong pin number. Wrong pin number. Wrong pin number. See, invalid pin blocked 3 times. Previously I written only one situation. Here I written in the 2 situations. It is valid. Like this you can do your project. Like this you can do your project. Now here I think you observed this class is not required. I will explain how to simplify this statement. This statement, whatever the statement I rated, that single statement is sufficient in this. Okay. Now these two statements are not at all required by writing this simple comparison, and these two things are also not required when. So if directly one variable balance is equal to 2000, that is written here. If you return balance is equal to 2000, directly here no object is also not created. Directly we are checking if amount is less than or equal to balance, you do the operation. Deposit also not at all required. Process method is not required. The process method is not required. By writing single, whatever you written inside the if, directly you can write. But my intention is create multiple number of classes. Why? Security and reusability. Here I use the concept of inheritance. Yes or no? I use the concept of abstract classes. Even though you are not using ABC module, this is a method without definition. Method without definition. Okay. Not only this project, like this, You can do any project. This is one simple project. Suppose you can do some library management. Suppose simple project. You can do some library management. What is the procedure? Library, how many number of books are there? Initially, instead of balance, I have 1 lakh books in my library. Whenever you want to take a book, simply check if the book is available. I am withdrawing the book. For example, the number of books, book number one, it is available 5 copies. I can withdraw 1 copy. It is possible? Yes. After withdrawing, reduce the count. Again, if you place deposit, you can add hospital management, whatever the project, whatever it is. This is some basic scenario. This is the basic scenario how to use the concept of classes. Student information, employee projects, employee id, employee name, employee designation, etc., etc. Like this you can store the information. You whatever the information you want, you can retrieve the information. Okay, this is the use. Now finally, according to my opinion, generally strings, list, tuples, functions, all those are used for writing the program, for writing the programs. And these classes, all these concepts are used for projects, for these projects. Okay. Okay, now first I ask some questions are there. Sir, in constructor we have to pass arguments as self comma balance, but you pass only self. Why? Okay, very good question. But understand concept carefully. Here, if you pass some bal, what happened? Self dot bal is equal to bal, while object creation you need to pass the value. Now this 2000 is copied to here, that is assigned to this one. Instead of that one, here directly I assign 2000. You got my point? That is the reason. If you write the variable, not a problem. But for that constructor, we have variable means at the time of object creation, you need to pass the value. Here I have no variable. That is the reason I am not passing. Constructor without parameter. So at the time initialization, directly I given this one. Directly I given this one. I think you understand. Could you please display the code once? We will take screenshot. Yes. Now see, take the screenshot step by step. Remember, this is not only the procedure. This is not only the procedure. This is one way of doing the project. I think you understand. For everything, multiple ways are doing. But I am selecting this way. Why I am selecting this way means I have some reasons to apply the inheritance, to apply the polymorphism. That is overriding is there to apply the polymorphism. So to apply the concept of classes, creation of objects, how to create an object in one class, in another class, like this. So take the screenshot of this one. Withdraw deposit. Okay. Finally, this some ATM. Okay. Remember after break. After break, from this else break is completed, from else to this break. This is the last part. Else. Anyway, I will share this one. No problem. It is very easy for you also. I will share the same code. No problem. Okay. Any doubts? Okay. I think everyone is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Self dot b dot balance. So remember, I already explained the concept of functions and methods. Generally, if you want to access a member, you need to create an object. So that is the reason b dot balance. Why I am using self? This is the instance method. Inside the instance method, every instance variable are accessed by using self only. I explain instance variable, static variable, local variable. Every instance variable accessed by using self only. Could you please send all lead code notes? Lead code notes in the sense lead code problems. Every day we are doing the problem, and if possible, I will share. Regression concept is related to machine learning actually. So regression is one supervised learning algorithm, supervised learning. So two things are there. One is a classification and another one is regression. Generally for continuous scenario, we are using regression. Just for yes or no situation, we are using classification. So whenever we are moving to in detail, that is regression takes minimum 3 to 4 hours just for understanding. That is not a simple single word. Okay, fine. I think everyone is clear. Hope you the project is also clear. Okay, that is the end of today's session. Thank you very much. Good night.